Oh, I must have. There we go. Give me a minute. I don't know why my voice just decided to go like this. Yep, today I brought water with me. I'm hoping it helps. Well, welcome back. It is day 24 of learning how to sculpt, which is turning into drawing, so maybe I should change it into drawing. When I upload the videos to YouTube, it says drawing, but the stream says adventures in sculpting, so I should probably change the streams. Yeah, I have a different rock. This one's just a boring rock. So we're gonna do another day of continuous contour line drawing, and I think I'm gonna use this rock. This is a different rock that I found on my walk. That was found on one of my walks. Yeah. So it's a fun shape. So that's the one that's going to be used, and then I need to find two other objects. Yeah, I could use just the shooting star. That'd be kind of no. That wouldn't be a good one. I'm probably not gonna like what I've come up with, but you know what? I wasn't gonna use this, but let's use it. So I'm just gonna move the camera and move back. There we go. Okay, so there. This is the setup specifically that I'm gonna try to draw today. I think, yeah, I was able to get a pretty decent book and shooting star, and then the car. I think I was just trying to put in too much detail for the lack of experience I have in the drawing. So I'm gonna go with this one. This is the only one that we're gonna be doing today. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but this stream is one of the later streams, so it's probably gonna be a shorter stream, unfortunately, just because I do need to get to bed. I have a very early morning tomorrow, so I don't want to be doing this for too long, unfortunately. So let's get started with the. Oh, that's what I forgot to do yesterday. I knew I was forgetting something. Let's get started with the warm up stuff. I had a topic that I had thought would be interesting to talk about, but now I can't remember it. I need to write these down because most of the time my life is pretty boring. There's not a whole lot to talk about. Yeah, there is not really a whole lot to talk about in terms of what's going on in my life. My life is really boring. I've been scrolling YouTube shorts that I dislike and hate, and a new pattern of shorts that have come up are it's this show that, like, I guess this girl and her husband or significant other or boyfriend, I don't really know what he is in relation to her other than they are at least doing the B&B together. Again, it's just shorts. I haven't looked up this actual series. And then this girl can see ghosts that haunt the B&B. And it turns out that these ghosts can't leave where they were killed. So where they were killed, they're kind of just stuck there. And that's for like the entire verse of this TV show. Except for this one ghost who found out that he can like leave and walk and do whatever he wants to do. But he's also the most cowardly of the group of ghosts. Anyways, well, he is brave when it comes to like. So I want to say cowardly. He's just a scout because he is a scout leader. Or he was before he died. Let's see. Why did I bring this up? Oh. But, I have no idea why the show, like, these shorts coming up don't irritate me like other things, but it's not like, and I guess it is funny. Like, there's nothing objectively, like, if I were to be like, oh, this line, like, it's not like they're setting up, maybe they are setting up jokes and I'm just terribly bad at this, but it's not like one line is just entertaining. It's more just the short in and of itself is funny. So I like to watch it, but I don't know if the show would actually be funny. I forgot what I'm trying to do here. Other than just warming up and doing lines to warm up. I think my hand's getting steadier. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so those shorts have been popping up, and I guess it's like just in time for Halloween. But it turns out that ghosts don't like Halloween. They view it as a front, I guess, to them. Like it's like we're making like Halloween is making fun of the ghosts, which I guess in some way it is making fun of it. But I think that because right, like the whole point of dressing up as costumes was so the evil creatures or spirits or whatever wouldn't be able to recognize you as a human, so you'd be safe. Isn't that where the tradition comes from? At least that's what somebody told me. I have no idea if that's right or not. I've never really gone looking up why you wear costumes on Halloween, and I know that there's All Hallows Eve, and then it's there's another term for it, but I can't. The name is escaping me right now. But there we go. I I gotta remember that when you hold the pen, I think just holding the pen like this in general will be better. I wonder if you can write and hold it. Maybe not. But when it comes to drawing, this is definitely easier to hold, but I'm less accurate, but that's probably because it's a new way of doing it. Alright, let's go to some circles. But it's definitely like lighter and easier to draw when you're holding the writing utensil. Closer to the top as opposed to being at the bottom where I was holding it. So far there are no comments or advice or anything, but I don't think anyone's really watching these, so I probably won't get any feedback for a really long time. And I'm probably gonna have to put some more effort into the videos, like editing them and stuff on the YouTube end of things if I want to get engagement from YouTube. Because yes, I'm currently live and streaming this on Twitch, which I'm not getting any engagement on Twitch either, so I don't know what to do with that other than getting some kind of background music or coming up with better talking points. Because there's really nothing interesting being talked about right now. Mostly because it's kind of like, oh, whatever chat brings up is what I'll talk about, but there is no chat currently, so that's not a good idea if I'm trying to become engaging or at least less boring. And so I really do think I'll keep this short today. I'm not going to try to go for as long, even though the more I draw, the more, well, supposedly the better I will get at drawing. That is the experiment, and it is still yet to be seen, but in reality, this is just the 24th hour, probably a little less than 24 hours that I've been drawing. Because I don't draw outside of these lives, and that's why I'm doing it, why I'm streaming and stuff, because it's the only way I can know that I will carve out time to get to do this. And I really have really fun ideas for when we finally get to the sculpting. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think like 6 ideas I currently have in my head. 4 of the 6 projects I want to have the drawings completed by the end of 365 days. Can't say it's a year because I will be skipping days. Like I do take at least one night off a week. I try not to take more off, but in the case of November 5th, I will be taking that time off, unless it's boring and I'm more awake than I normally am, which I don't think is going to happen because for some reason that weekend is so busy. Like, we're doing a family photo session, we have a Halloween party we're going to, we have another engagement that we're going to, and then I have to have some other commitment that takes me out of the house. So that week. So that's like a really busy week. So yeah, there's gonna be 2, possibly 3 days that I'm not gonna be able to stream. 2 are definite. 3 is a maybe. These circles are not getting better. I feel I'm just not going to be able to draw circles today. Alright, let's get to squares and triangles. And these are more like rectangles. Okay, now we're going to do rectangles instead of squares right now. Because rectangles are a lot easier to draw. Okay. For some reason, there's a really dense, like, a really powerful smell of crayon. I have no idea why. Because there's only one crayon near me. It's not like I have a whole bag of crayons near me or open. Looks like this one's open actually, so that might be it. So yeah, this experiment's going to be for 365 days, which is going to end up being a little over a year in terms of date-wise, because I started this, oh gosh, I think it was September 22nd, so, but it's not going to end on September 22nd. It's probably going to end sometime in late October next year, which is fine. So it's a 365-day project, but the days are non-consecutive, though I am trying to be as consistent as possible. Oh, so I was reading about ants today, and the author of which the ant fact sheet I was reading off of stated that there was a lot of cool lessons you could learn from ants. One of them being hard work, because ants show that through hard work a lot can be accomplished. And if you've ever seen was it a cast iron? Was it iron or aluminum? I saw this video where these guys put, it was either aluminum or iron in a ant hill to show oh gosh, the complexity of what goes on underground. And it's insane. And they build it. That's what they do. They build their colony and everything and that. So, right, so it's got like hard work. It has there's a lesson of protecting your home. So there's guard ants where their heads act as a door. And if an ant is not from their colony, that ant is not allowed into the anthill. So there's the lesson of keeping your home secured, hard work, The third lesson was did I already forget it? Hard work, secure home. I think planning ahead, or I'm just making that up. I think planning ahead was the the next one. Planning ahead and and obedience. Okay, plan ahead because they store their food for like winter or right, so they have the foreknowledge, the forward thinking of no, I'm not going to be able to find food in the winter, so must store food, right? And that comes also in the form of what was it, the ant and the grasshopper, where the ant worked all year round and the grasshopper made fun of the ant for working. And then in the winter, the ant was fine, but the grasshopper was going to die. So the ant took pity on him. And I think the next year, he's working alongside the ant or something like that. That might have been the version I read. The real version might have just had the grasshopper die. Say the forward planning. And I'm gonna have to reread the thing to figure out why obedience, because I'm not going to say it right, and I don't want to fumble around trying to make it make sense without just taking the fact sheet and reading it from it. So, and I know for a fact that these are copyrighted, so I'm not going to read from the sheet. So, yeah, but those are the lessons you can learn from ants, or at least some of them. I guess that's why ants are in a lot of the folklore. Sorry, I'm taking a drink right now because my throat is starting to be like, I want to cough. Sorry, hold on. I'll only be a few more seconds. Yeah, okay. That's much better. I was supposed to actually bring tea with me, but I didn't want to take the time to make the tea, so I just brought a water bottle. I was like, this is ridiculous. My throat shouldn't, I shouldn't be losing my voice. I should be able to talk. I'm like, oh, why not just drink water during the stream? But it was supposed to be tea because it's getting colder and tea is warm. And it does have some caffeine in it, so it would kind of help wake me up. And I don't know why these squares are getting worse. I think it's time to get on to the triangles. Triangles. Yeah, I didn't feel like finding more paper, so I'm just using this paper from yesterday. So I guess that's some cool, interesting facts right there. What I was saying is, so I guess that's another reason why there's so many um, folktales about or that have ants in them. I guess that's also why there's an Ant-Man superhero. And I know there's probably like other animal ones, but like I said, it makes sense why ants are in a lot of different things in terms of like the folk stories, right? Because folk stories are meant there's like a lesson with them, so which I wonder if there's a like just like when looking at animal behaviors, I wonder what kind of lessons there are just in that. So it'll be kind of interesting to see if I'm able to find any more interesting facts and lessons and stuff just based on the characteristics and behaviors of the animals around us. Because I really like sat and thought about ants until today. I was like, okay. And I was like, I wonder what other lessons there are for us. So I guess I am learning something, or there is something interesting. I don't know if anyone would find ants interesting or not, or at least like their behaviorisms, finding their behaviorisms interesting, and extrapolating like lessons that we could use in our everyday life. But I find that interesting, so I'm going to share that type of stuff, I guess. Um, was there anything else? Um, I got to see sound associations playing out in real time, which was kind of cool. Because when I was growing up, those connections did not make sense. So I guess what happens when you're introducing letters to kids, like you can start teaching um what's it called? It's like so for A, right? You say A, apple, ah, ah, apple, and you get them kind of getting used to that. So then when you say something like alligator, ah, alligator, they're like, oh, alligator, A. Alligator starts with A. It's like, huh. I don't think that ever clicked in my head until I saw it in real time today. Because I don't know if it ever clicked when I was a kid, and then once you are reading, it's just not something you think about anymore, or at least it's not something I ever thought about. Probably because it never clicked. That's how most people learn the letters, which is it's fine. It was just interesting to see in real time and just be like, I didn't know that's how it worked. And it could be that I also don't remember learning my letters because that was so long ago. I just don't have a memory of it. That could be another thing too. But I have a feeling it did click with me. And that's because, like, unless you're extremely in the face, like, this is the letter, this is the sound it makes. What other words have those sounds in the beginning of the word? Unless you're, and I mean, I don't know how you would say a simplified version of that for like a kid, but like, unless you're that up in my face about it, I'm not going to pick up on it at all. It's just not something that's going to click. And I think I kind of like explained how, um, when I was taking a what is it programming where you're learning a language, a computer language. Um, one of the ways we were learning the language was to create a program where it would pre-write out a sentence if you typed in numbers, and the sentence we were doing were stats, so like a person's height, weight, and age. And the teacher was like, okay, we're gonna build our person. That's what we're learning how to do. We're learning how to build our person. And it took a semester and a half for me to realize he was just talking about building this like automated sentence input output thing. It never clicked. I'm like, okay, when are we making this person? Yep, the entire class. That's the only thing. It never made sense. I was just like, what the heck? So yeah, based upon having those memories and stuff, I can pretty much assume I didn't catch on as a kid unless somebody was in my face about it. Okay, I think we have enough triangles. Let's get into the drawing portion. Oh no, I moved it. Okay, let's get back. That's gonna be interesting. So I think I'm going to start with Okay, I'm gonna start with the blades of the scissors. This is gonna be weird. I think I'm gonna have my page oriented like this too. Sorry. Alright, let's continue. Okay, so remember, a continuous line, no picking up the pen. Definitely redrawing, I can already tell. That's okay though. And then, oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to redraw this because that does not look like a crayon. I messed up. It's because I wanted to show that there was a line here, and then I wanted to show that there's a paper here, right? But it's fine. And then I somehow made it curved, which it's not curved, but that's fine. I can do it again. So I think I'm gonna start with the blade again. Okay, not bad. Do this. Do that. And then I'm gonna come down here. And it's like maybe. And this one's definitely turning out a lot better. Yeah, I like how I mean, definitely getting better at the handle somehow. And I'm getting down the crayon details, not the size, and then I have no idea why the rock's that small. So proportions are still nowhere close to being found. But I'm starting to kind of like get the shapes down, which is nice. Okay, I think I'm gonna try. I think I have enough to do 2 more times, and then we're gonna call it a night because it's getting late and there's still a couple more things I need to do before I can go to bed. So let's get this started. Okay. And then I have that. I don't know why I decided to do that, but I did. Okay. There, that's a little bit better. Nice, and the rock just a little bit more like that. And then there's that. I think that's it. So that's somehow the best scissors I've drawn. The rock still is really bad. I need to get that. I need to get it, I guess, fatter, for lack of a better term. The crayon's getting straight, so that's nice. Alright, this is going to be the last attempt to finish, or to get it looking a little more like this. Um, hmm. Yes, I guess I see a couple of other things that are wrong too. So let's see if I can do anything to fix that. Nope. Somehow it got so much worse. Should have just quit while I was ahead. Okay, so where I actually want to start, I think. Okay, so I want to do this. There, much better. And then I want to make I did a whole lot worse somehow. I think it's because of how far away the paper was to me actually drawing. I think it would have been easier to do it like this. Have it closer to me. Yeah, I think this is definitely gonna like need shading in order to get it the right. Because I'm trying to show, because it's kind of like got a little head on it. Oh, there goes the pen. So yeah, this one ended up being a lot better than this one. So yeah, I should draw closer instead of farther away. Okay, so that is all the time I have for today. I thank you all for joining me on this journey for today, and I hope that you all enjoy the rest of your day, whatever time of day it is, and I will see you all back here next time. Bye.